And hey, New Year's Eve parties are on your mind, I'm sure. And if you are hosting, I'm sure you are in full party planning mode. Brian Van Flandern of the Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits of Nevada is here. Wanted to make sure I get that all out there. And I love your title, Executive Director of Mixology. Boy, that's fancy.
Well, yeah, I can't have put two business cards to fit it all in one.
Right. Who doesn't want it? How did you, first of all, I'm just curious, how do you even get involved in mixology? Do you start bartending when you're younger? Or how does
I worked
that work?
for a very famous chef, Thomas Keller, in New York City several years back, and it kind of opened up all kinds of doorways. And I just found I had an aptitude for making really yummy cocktails.
Right.
So who knew?
You're just good at it, right? Oh my gosh. Well, you know, obviously your company provides alcohol for all over the Nevada.
That's correct.
Obviously bars, restaurants, and so a lot of people will be drinking the product. And you were saying that champagne obviously is a big popular drink for New Year's Eve, but there's different ways to use it in cocktails, right?
Well, of course, Dana, first of all, my wife Kelly and I, we always get together with my in-laws on New Year's, and we have champagne cocktails.
Right.
One of the easiest cocktails to make, and people don't always get it right. So today we're going to make the classic champagne cocktail. I'm going to show you, it's all about the ingredients too, and the proportions. First thing you want to do, go ahead.
I was just going to ask one question.
Yeah.
How can you get it wrong? What do they do that's wrong? I'm just curious.
It's all about proportions and the quality of the ingredients.
Got it.
And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So first thing you want to get a sugar cube. And we're going to use some aromatic bitters. And getting the right bitters makes a difference. So you're going to, this one, today we're using Australian cocktail bitters. They have these baking spices that are delicious. And you want to soak it, get it nice and soaked, not just a dash. Some people just use 1 or 2 dashes. Once it's soaked, you're going to add a nice VSOP cognac. Today we're using Remy Martin VSOP. But what's beautiful about this, it's made from grapes, and the key to a great champagne cocktail is you only want to use about a ½ an ounce of cognac. If you go more than that, it's going to dominate.
Right.
So now we've got that put together. I put a nice spiral lemon twist in there. The acidity is going to keep the foam down on the champagne.
Okay.
And then today we're going to use a nice dry brut. I'm using Veuve Clicquot yellow label. And we just add that, and while that's foaming, we're pouring that in, I should mention one of the trends in champagne cocktails nowadays. You don't have to use the mid-level stuff. If you want, you can even use high-end cognac. We have Louis XIII and Ruinart Blanc de Blanc, or even Dom Perignon. Why not? Right. And once you've poured that together, and you've got a really gorgeous champagne cocktail. If you don't mind me saying, I want to say on behalf of the studio crew and to yourself, and my wife Kelly and Jim, and to all of Las Vegas, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Should I hold mine up so we can cheers?
I think so. That's a great idea. I love it.
I love this. So I've never actually, I don't know how, I've never seen the sugar at the bottom. What is this exact? I mean, what does it bring to it? Does it keep the bubbles going?
It gets a little frizzante, a little bubbles, and it actually is a touch of sweetness. But the lemon twist provides the acidity, so it's balanced. Wow. And the beauty part of it is when you get to the bottom of the drink, you have this nice little sugary last little sip. It just kind of relaxes you, calms you, and really helps to bring in the new year proper. Yeah, and it helps you sip it slow too, right? Oh yes, because you got a long night. I always find on New Year's Eve it's funny because people start drinking and it keeps going and going, but you know, if you start slow, it's a little better. Obviously, we want to drink responsibly and pace yourself throughout the evening. You can always do one champagne and then a glass of water back and forth. That's how I do it.
Right.
But,
perfect. Thank you so much.
It's
great tips, and I loved watching you make that. Everyone have a great New Year's Eve, and we'll see you next time.
Looking forward to it. Cheers.
Stay with us.